Fear on 4. Last year, the man in black slithered up from the basement in Broadcasting House to add even more chill to our winter evenings. Well, a short while ago, I received a phone call from him to say he was on his way up again, with 13 more tales of terror. That's the trouble with phone calls. You never know who's on the other end. Ah, I think I can hear him now. Excuse me while I leave you to him.
I heard that. I don't know why my phone call upset him, though. Still, it is true that the telephone can be a most disturbing instrument. Good news or bad, there's always that unnerving doubt as your hand reaches for the receiver. I hope, however, that you are welcoming me back as I return with another selection of stories from my house of horror. I hope, too, that your phone doesn't ring during the next half hour, as I tell you what happened to a certain lady whose number was Snipe 3909.
It's money well spent, Mrs. Luckham. Amazing how very persuasive a lick of paint can be.
It did look so drab.
Yes, you freshened the place up nicely. Not that I think we'll have much trouble selling for you. Secluded rural position, excellent view of woodland, mature garden, rustic charm.
Overgrown and dilapidated.
Think positive, Mrs. Luckham. One thing, I've noticed one or two damp patches about, and it might well be an idea to clean out the guttering. Don't want to overdo the rustic charm, do we?
You mean having the lawn overflowing onto the roof?
Yes. Well, I could get a small builder to do that for you, if you like. Shouldn't cost a great deal.
Thank you. What about the price?
Oh, I've been mulling that over. Let's go for it, shall we? Why not?
Well, you don't think it'll put people off?
I think we should cross that bridge if and when we come to it. I've got a good feel about this property, Mrs. Luckham. Let's see if my instinct is right. Now, let me just check that I've got all the details here I need.
Excuse me.
Yes, certainly, dear lady, certainly. Yes, I think it's... Yes, yeah.
Sorry about that. Wrong number.
Larry, hello.
Oh, hello.
Ah, well, I've got everything I need, so I'll be off. Leave you to it. I'm sure we'll find a purchaser very quickly. Leave it to us. Cheery bye for now.
Bye.
Hi. I'm just walking Henrietta. Oh, here. How's it going?
That was the estate agent.
Oh, was he impressed?
Think positive, Mrs. Luckham. Think rustic charm and fine prospect.
Think jargon.
Exactly.
Oh, Craig said he'd do the porcelain valuation for you.
Oh.
Any time. Reckoned you'd probably be agreeably surprised.
Oh, that's very kind.
You want to sell?
Oh, I was never very keen on it. I don't even think Mother was. Became more of a habit, really. A rather expensive habit.
Oh, when would suit you?
Sometime this afternoon. I'll need a break from painting.
Oh, no, today's no good, I'm afraid. How about tomorrow?
Oh, fine. About 4:35.
Sure. By the way, any more of those phone calls?
Yes. Just before you arrived, in fact.
Why don't you go to the police?
I don't know. Yes, I could do. I have got to go into Biston for some more paint.
Well, tell them, no harm done.
Yes, OK.
Come on then, Henrietta. Off we go. Back to the car for your walkies. Oh, don't work too hard, love. See you tomorrow.
Yes. And thanks.
For nothing. Bye.
Newly decorated. Almost throughout. An ideal opportunity to view this exceptional property set in its own grounds, south facing down. Snipe 3909. Hello? This is Snipe 3909.
Mary, quite contrary.
I'm afraid there's not much we can do, Mrs. Luckham.
Oh.
Not unless he's threatened you or made an obscene suggestion. You don't recognize his voice?
No.
Probably just kids.
He sings a nursery rhyme. But I know that it's not kids. Well, I did think about changing the number, but I'm trying to sell the house. It was my mother's.
If we made a recommendation to the exchange, they could probably do it in a couple of days. We haven't any real grounds as yet. You say you've got the house on the market?
Yes.
Oh, you are a bit remote up there. What I can do, I can get one of the blokes on his patrol to call in. Show a presence, as we say.
Oh, that would be kind.
Not at all. That's what we're here for. Try not to fret about it. You strike me as being the sensible type, anyway.
Well, thank you, Sergeant. Goodbye.
Leave it with me. Charlie.
Snipe, 3909.
Mrs. Luckham?
Yes?
Mr. Hampton here, Stockwell and Rowley. Fingers crossed, but I think we may be in luck.
Really?
Just had an inquiry from our London office. They have a cash buyer looking for an immediate purchase in this area, and I think your cottage might just be ideal.
Well, I haven't finished the decorating.
Don't worry about that, dear lady. I've explained, and he's very keen to view. What do you say?
What can I say?
I'll give the go-ahead, then. I'm not altogether sure when he's planning to come, but I will phone, of course.
Or as long as he doesn't mind me being up a ladder in overalls painting the ceiling.
Not at all, dear lady. Shows the right spirit. Keep up the good work. Cherry bye now.
Goodbye. Hello, Snipe 3909.
Mary.
Hello?
Mary.
Who is this?
Mary.
Who are you?
Don't move, Mary. Don't sell the house. Don't go away.
Who are you?
You know, Mary. That's just the trouble. You know, but won't admit it.
Leave me alone! Damn! What do you want? I've only just let you out. Bloody cat. All right, I'm coming. Oh, Constable.
Hello, Mrs. Luckham. Just passing. The sergeant asked me to drop by.
That's very kind.
Everything all right?
Yes, except...
Yes, madam.
The telephone caller.
Ah, any developments there?
Well, he actually spoke this time. He said, don't sell the house. Called me by my name.
Was that in a threatening way, madam?
No, it was more pleading, actually.
I see. But there was no threat?
No.
Yes. Bit unsettling for you, nonetheless.
Yes.
OK. Well, if there's any further calls, you'll keep us informed?
Yes, I will.
Yes, good.
Oh.
What?
I just realised. The nursery rhyme.
What was that?
Oh, no, nothing. It was silly.
Ah, looks as if we're in for rain later this evening, I shouldn't wonder.
Yes, it looks like it.
Right. Cheerio then, madam.
Thank you. Goodbye.
Hello?
It's me,
Oh, what do you want?
Simon.
Oh, God, I recognise that tone.
I want to talk to you.
Well, I'm afraid it's not wildly convenient. I'm just going out to dinner. Can't it wait?
No, it can't wait. Why should everything have to happen at your convenience?
Listen, if you phoned up for a row, you're out of luck. I'm not playing. If you've got anything to say, just say it.
It's about selling the house.
What about selling the house?
I want to sort out the money.
We agreed all that.
No, you agreed all that. As it is, I've got all the expenses to pay. Why should you just sit back and do...
It's your mother's house. I didn't ask you to sell it.
And what about our house that I also had to sell because you were too busy with other things?
If by other things you mean vanilla, you can go to hell.
Oh, listen, who cares? I just want to sort the money out. Please.
Then sort it out. I'm sorry, I've got to go.
Yes, of course.
Goodbye, Mary. And don't forget the porcelain either.
That's not yours, you bastard, you... Snipe, 3909. Yes?
Mary,
Yes.
you won't move, will you? Finish the decorating and stay, won't you? Mary.
Go to hell! I said go to hell!
Mrs. Luckham?
Hello? Who is this?
Mrs. Luckham? My name's James Elwyn, through Stockwell and Rowley, the estate agents.
At this time of night?
I do apologise. It's about coming to see the house. Mr. Hampton gave me your number.
Oh, did he?
Well, I hope that was all right. He said you were happy in principle for me to come and view the house as soon as possible.
Yes. Yes. When were you thinking of Mr.
Elwyn.
Oh, yes, of course.
Well, I have some business to tie up first thing in the morning, but I could phone you straight away and fix a time mutually convenient. Tomorrow, if you're agreeable.
Yes, fine.
You're quite sure?
Yes, no, really, that's fine.
Oh, I'm so glad. I'll phone you tomorrow, then. Sorry to have disturbed you.
Oh, don't worry.
Goodbye, then.
Goodbye. Snipe 3909. Hello? This is Snipe 3909. Who are you?
Mary.
Hello? Who's up there? Who's there? Who's up there? Hello? Who are you? What are you doing? What are you doing?
Cleaning out the gutters.
What's going on?
I was doing the gutters. Mr. Hampton gave me a phone and asked me to clear the gutters.
Well, didn't he ask you to tell me to?
Well, from what he said, I thought the place was empty.
Does it look empty?
Well, not now, it don't.
Didn't you think to knock?
Well, from what Mr. Hampton said...
Look, never mind. Just get on with the job. And let me know when you've finished.
Sorry if I upset you, missus.
Right.
I only come on my way to another lady. See, I thought I'd get it done first thing. I was on my way, you see.
Yes. It's all right, thank you.
Because they haven't been done for some time, have they? Well, you can tell.
I'm sure they have.
Excuse me. Who do I send the bill to?
Me.
Only thought I'd better ask.
Yes, send it to me, thank you.
Hello? Is that Snipe 3909? Mrs. Luckham?
Who is that?
This is James Elwyn. I wanted to speak to Mrs. Luckham about the purchase of her house.
Oh, yes, this is Mrs. Luckham.
Oh, I thought you weren't going to answer for a moment. The point is, I wonder if this afternoon would be suitable.
Well, I do have some friends coming at 5 o'clock.
Oh, well, I don't want to put you out. I could quite easily make it the first thing in the morning tomorrow. I'll have to come anyway.
Well, I suppose this afternoon would be all right. You do know that I'm decorating, don't you?
Yes, Mr. Hampton said you were. Look, let's say first thing tomorrow. I don't want to intrude needlessly, and I can't be sure of getting to you much before 5 or 6 anyway. The traffic's always pretty bad. Let's say first thing tomorrow. How about 10 o'clock tomorrow morning?
Oh, well, yes, that'll be fine.
And let me give you my number in case anything happens to make it inconvenient. They'll take a message if I'm not here. Have you a pen?
Yep.
Are you all right?
Just. I just knocked something over. I've got a pen. I'm ready.
Right. My number is 674.
Rachel, Craig. Come in. Nice to see you both.
Nice to see you, Mary. How are things?
Fine. Sorry about the smell of paint.
Oh, you're making a good job. Not a brush mark in sight. Come and do ours if you like.
No, thanks. It's very good of you to do this, Craig.
Oh, don't be ridiculous. Only too pleased to help.
Cup of tea?
Oh, lovely. I brought some cakes.
Oh, you shouldn't have bothered.
Oh, no slight on your hospitality. Craig insisted. Can't drink tea without a cake.
Well, I can't drink your tea without a cake.
Charming.
And Mary's tea, on the other hand...
Stinks of emulsion at the moment.
But all in a good cause.
Oh, these look good. Any sniffs?
Pardon?
In for the house.
Well, could be. Fingers crossed. Someone coming tomorrow from London. Cash buyer. The estate agents seem to think it's just what he's looking for.
Yeah, that's what estate agents are paid for seeming to think.
Don't be such a damp sod, Craig.
No, sounds interesting. Well, he wouldn't drive up from London if it didn't sound even half right.
He knows I'm decorating, so it won't be too much of a shock. Oh, I had the gutters done too. Stupid little man. Scared the life out of me this morning. Clopping about with a ladder. Didn't even bother to knock at the door.
Well, he did the job anyway.
When I phoned Simon last night.
Oh, yes? What did he have to say for himself?
The usual, only more so.
Oh, the sooner you get all that sorted out, the better. Make a fresh start.
Yes. But where?
Any more phone calls?
Yes. Telling me not to move or sell the house.
Odd. Threatening?
No. Begging more.
Probably a rival estate agent.
Craig.
Just a joke. Look, why don't I start going through the porcelain? I don't know how long it'll take, so see how far I get anyway.
If you need a hand.
Sure.
It's all in the cabinet, in the study.
OK, I'll get stuck in.
Thanks ever so much.
Pleasure.
Tea won't be long.
Lovely. Oh, you've made a marvellous difference here.
Thank you.
I'll tell you what.
What?
If the phone rings when we're here, let Craig answer. That might scare him off.
I can't really imagine Craig scaring anyone off.
You know what I mean.
Oh, Rachel, you are a lucky bird.
I know, only don't say anything. Mary, what are you going to do?
Well, let's hope I shan't be here long.
I'll be very sad to see you go.
Me too. Rachel, I know it's silly, but it's almost as if he can see me.
Who? This man?
Yes. It may sound ridiculous, but he always phones me when I'm, well, I don't know, up a ladder or something, just to be awkward.
He hasn't caught you with your knickers down. Oh, I'm sorry. Well, let's see what happens if he hears Craig answering the phone.
You've got some splendid pieces there, Mary. A very nice collection. One or two run-of-the-mill, but not many. Overall, most interesting.
How much do you think?
Oh, 2,000, 3,000.
As much as that?
Conservative.
Good. Well, keep that away from Simon Says.
Now, do you want me to organise it in a sale?
Would you?
Sure. I'll get a catalogue list typed up.
I'll pay you.
No, you won't.
Listen, ought to go. Now, make sure you keep the doors locked.
It sounds so melodramatic.
It is, but keep them locked anyway.
Pity you had to take all the curtains down.
I'd be covered in paint if I hadn't.
Anyway, thanks for the tea.
Thanks for the cake. Oh, and for looking at the porcelain.
Don't mention it.
See you soon.
I hope so.
I'll give you a ring about the sale. I've got some tea chests too. Leave it to me.
You're very kind. Bye.
Bye.
Bye. Hello?
Mary, quite concentrate.
The sooner she sewed up, the better.
I never did like that husband of hers. Oh, she's having a rough time, poor girl.
Yes. Well, that little collection should fetch a bit. You could certainly do with something to cheer her up. These phone calls really seem to be getting her down, even as she is doing her best to hide it.
Mary? Mary?
Who is this?
Craig.
Oh, Craig.
Just phoning to say we'll be passing your way and may pop in to see how things are with you.
Oh, look, that's very sweet of you, but I'm fine, really. I'm going to get an early night.
It's no bother. May I see you later, then?
Yes. Yes, see you later. Snipe, 3909.
Mary, please listen. I waited till you finished your supper. Please listen to me.
Leave me alone.
Like you left me alone? You didn't ask me whether I wanted to be left alone.
Emergency. Emergency.
It's no good, Mary. I've got your line. And I intend to keep it. A radio phone has its special uses, you see.
What? What do you want?
To talk. I want to talk, Mary, like you never let me. Standing there now in your royal blue tracksuit with the white strips and your hair tied back with a magenta ribbon.
What?
I think it suits you. The colours, I mean. Don't get paint on it, will you? Although, I prefer you in clothes that show off your figure better, I must say.
How do you know what I'm wearing?
Because I can see you, Mary.
Oh, my God.
Now you look at yourself in the mirror, just as I've had to look at you. But you can touch. Reach out and touch yourself. I wasn't allowed to touch. Not till now, that is. Not till now. Go on, Mary. Do as I say.
Oh, my God. He's watching me. Hello?
I'm here, Mary. You can talk to me. In fact, you can't talk to anyone else.
Leave me alone. Please. Leave me alone.
Oh, I'm not going to inflict that on you, Mary. I'm not going to leave you alone like you have left me alone. Even after your divorce, when you needed comfort, you didn't come to me as you could so easily have done. You saw me. I know you saw me. I saw you. Shops, post office, library, street, everywhere. I saw you, Mary. I saw you everywhere. Poor Mary. Sad Mary. Mary, longing to be comforted. But you looked straight through me as if I was glass. But I saw you, Mary, as I see you now. In the mirror, through the window. I am ever so close to you now, Mary.
Leave me alone. Oh, God, please. Leave me alone. Who is it? Who's there?
Mary? It's us.
Mary, you all right? He's just blocked the line. I can't phone out.
You mean he's just phoned?
Yes. I tried to call the police.
Seems to be clear now. I'll phone them.
Poor love. He can see me. I told you he can't. What? Oh, I'm all right now. It's just that he kept saying that he could see me.
He even described what I was wearing.
Rather disturbing phone call.
Colour, the blue of this tracksuit, the colour of my hair ribbon, for God's sake.
Look, why don't you come home with us? I'll give the babysitter a ring.
The police have put out a call. They'll get here as soon as they can.
We'll wait.
Oh, no, you're very kind, but you don't need to.
Of course we do. Listen, why don't we put up the curtains? No wonder you think you're being spied on. Craig, darling, give the babysitter a ring, will you? Say we're delayed.
Sure.
Would you like a drink?
No, thanks.
Speak for yourself. Scotch, please. I'll get it. Oh.
Routine call, sir. We were just passing by, and as there have been these telephone calls, I thought I'd check that everything was okay.
Well, that's lucky. I've just phoned the station to send someone around.
Oh, PC West is checking the end of the lane.
Oh, in that case, coming in.
Right. Evening. Now, which is the lady who lives here?
That's me. Mary Luckham.
Oh, right, madam. I believe you've had some bother or phone calls.
She certainly has, and she feels as though she can't move without him watching her. I've suggested she come home with us.
Well, I really ought to take a statement first. You live nearby, do you, sir?
Biston.
Oh, not so far. Good.
Only one of us ought to get home.
Well, we could give Mrs. Luckham a lift in the patrol car. Come to that.
Look, I'll phone you both when I've done the statement. See how I feel. I'm only shaken, that's all. He didn't actually threaten anything.
Are you sure?
I'm a bit overwrought with everything, that's all.
You won't be long with the statement business, will you?
Oh, quarter of an hour, no more. PC West should be here any minute.
OK.
Oh, give us a ring, Mary.
Yes. Be in touch.
Would you like a cup of tea?
I don't mind if I do, madam. Help me through the paperwork. I'll check the locks for you on the windows and door. See there? OK.
I'll switch the kettle on. It won't be long.
Well, now. Mary.
What?
I saw you lock the back door a while ago. So we won't be disturbed.
Her voice. Oh, God.
We won't be disturbed.
When the police arrived some time later, they received no answer to their ringing at the door. When they went to the back of the house, they saw the reason why. Mary's dead body was lying on the grass, and beside her, cradling her head on his lap, was what appeared to be a policeman. A few yards away, a large spade rested beside the beginnings of a grave. In that story, the part of the unfortunate Mary was played by Hannah Gordon, and the man who terrorized her by Peter Craze. Others in the story were Rachel, Caroline John, Craig, Gregory de Paulnay, Hampton, Peter Tuddenham, Simon, Michael Deacon, James Elwyn, Peter Sauerbutz, Police Sergeant, Joe Dunlop, Bloggs, Dominic Rickards, Police Constable, Christopher Scott. The play was written by Graeme Fife and directed by Jerry Jones. My name is Edward de Souza, the Man in Black. And next week it's not fear of the phone, but fear of another sound that brings terror. The haunting sound of a drum. The Dead Drummer is next week's Fear on 4.